There's so much variety in the Clone Wars, from kiddie and playful episodes and arcs, to arcs that are very grim and somber, filled with death and dismay and betrayal. Here are the 5 best Clone Wars arcs in no particular order, according to this idiot. I guess I should have titled this, My Favorite Clone Wars Arcs. The best! Warning, spoilers. Ahsoka's Fate. After spending so much time with Ahsoka, from her introduction as a scrappy young kid, who many found super annoying in the beginning, to seeing her as a steadfast leader, a respected leader, and a great strategist. To know what happens to her in this arc is one of those oh man moments, and a really great cliffhanger for an entire season to leave off on. Ahsoka in this arc is accused of a crime she did not commit. She's expelled from the Jedi Order, and when she's ultimately shown to be innocent, the Jedi tell her she can come back. They have an open invitation. Come back and join us. But she refuses and walks away from everything. I loved that moment. Ahsoka is kind of the moral center of the show. I almost feel like she knows what's right and what's wrong more than anyone else. And when she walks away from the Jedi Order because of what they're becoming, it's a huge hint to the audience that something is wrong. The Night Sister Witches. Now, the rest of the arcs on this list were pretty easy for me to pick, and again, the list isn't in any particular order, but picking a 5th arc was actually kind of tough. And I landed on the Night Sister Witches for a number of reasons. For one, it gives context to Dooku and introduces an entirely new side of Star Wars to me that, on paper, without actually watching it, I poo-pooed for a long time. Witches? Toil and boil and bubble? Nah, but it's fun. It's also the arc where Darth Maul is reintroduced to the franchise and shown to not be dead, which again is something I'm not a big fan of, character resurrection and all that, but it's done well. So, I like the Night Sister Witches for a number of reasons, and what it all kind of boils down to is the fact that it shows me an entirely new side of Star Wars that I had never experienced before, and Ventress is pretty great. Mystery of Clones and Orders. Here is a clone-heavy arc, Chips and Heads, Palpatine's ultimate game of chess, Dooku with his hand in creation, even. This arc brought so many moving pieces together. It was one of the most eye-opening arcs when it comes to the grand conspiracy. We see Fives caring for his brother, and he's kind of helpless. He wants to help. He begins to help, but there's nothing he can do. His warnings fall on deaf ears. There's doom and gloom coming, guys. I know this. There's proof of this. He has this enormous, galaxy-shattering secret, and he dies with it. I loved this arc. It was an emotional roller coaster. We followed Fives from his time in Domino Squad, seen him through Umbara. He's popped up here and there, and then we see his fate. My favorite arcs are definitely clone heavy, which you will be able to tell from this point on. Domino Squad. Yet another clone heavy arc. Domino Squad was one of the first arcs that I watched on my list, and it took me by surprise. Before I watched the Clone Wars, I had no idea that clones were as individualized and humanized in the show as they are. In Domino Squad, we see struggling recruits. They're having a difficult time coming together. We see their brotherhood form. We see their journey, and we see 3 out of 5 of them die defending Rishi Station. And that was a whoa kind of moment. I love Domino Squad. That arc has stuck with me for a number of reasons. Umbara, a leader who doesn't care about casualties, a leader who puts victory above all else. But there's more than meets the eye. Jedi Master Krell and his scheme. Umbara was more than just action-packed. It was also gut-wrenching. An overarching evil plot that resulted in friendly fire. It was an arc that took me by surprise. It was an arc that instantly took the Clone Wars from, this show can be pretty fun, to holy hell, this show can be awesome. Umbara is one of the best examples of the Clone Wars done well. What are your 5 favorite Clone Wars arcs? Toss them in the comment section below. See ya!